About the course. In general, we get two segments of people. One is the fresher, or the other side, if you see, the experienced person. A freshers, they may think whether I can learn the entire process within this short span. The other side, if you see, the experienced people, they think whether do I require this process because I'm already an experienced person in this field, which is I'm having around the experience of 25 years, whether it is required. Yes, let me tell you. For the freshers, this is not going to be the overall goldsmithing or a gold manufacturing, jewelry manufacturing session. We are here going to talk only about the appraising process. With our experience, we have conducted many audits in many banks, and in last 1.5 years, we have identified 13,000 plus items which is less purity or fake. Of course, all the appraisers in that banks, they're also experienced person, but still they were not able to identify that. Why? Because they still follow the traditional methodology through which they learnt. When it comes to the modern technique, yes, you know that this is purely depends on the manufacturing process. The item which is manufactured, how it is manufactured, based on that only we should have the appraising process also. Even we conduct many courses, like we conduct a very different versatile courses starting from goldsmithing, assaying, refining, stone setting, project management, product management. We do many courses which varies from 6 months till 3 years. But this gold appraising per se, if you see, it's a very short term course. As I said, like, it is not going to be a manufacturing course, it is only a appraising. We are going to check or evaluate the purity of gold in the manufactured jewelry. So that way this course can be conducted within a very short span of time. Of course, I can tell you this course can be conducted within 30 minutes. I can say I can make you as an appraiser within 30 minutes, but it requires some fundamentals. Why do we require these many days? Because you should learn the fundamentals. Only then you can understand this. So please be very clear. Gold manufacturing, it's a different subject, and appraising, it's a different subject. And in this class, we are going to learn about the appraising only. Traditional method. In the traditional method, gold is mixed with copper or silver only. For identifying that purity, they use nitric acid and salt water. With this process, they used to identify it. But in the modern manufacturing methodology, there are many other metals which is being alloyed with gold. Let's take copper, silver, brass, zinc, iridium, and so on. There are many metals which is mixed with gold nowadays. Of course, the purity remains the same. Even if you mix copper and silver, they can maintain the 80% purity of gold in the ornament in the traditional method, but in the modern technology of manufacturing, they mix different alloys, but still they maintain the purity as the same of 80%. But when you see, the alloy is varying, a different metals which is mixed is varying. So to identify such kind of alloy, we should have a robust system, a scientific method through which we need to identify. So this is the most important significance of this particular training program. It is not only that, there are other significance of this training program. Let's take the second part. The second significant point in this training program is the stone weight calculation. In the traditional methodology, people used to deduct the stone weight based on their assumptions, only based on assumptions. They say it is based on their experience. Yes, it is good, but still there is no valid substantial evidence for it, how they deduct the stone. Let's take an example. If I'm going to take one particular ornament, bringing it to your appraiser, he is going to deduct 1 gram for it. But the same ornament, if I take it to the next appraiser, he is going to deduct 1.5 gram. Why there is a difference? Because of their experience, or only it's because of the assumption methodology, they were not able to identify the exact weight. They don't have a proper mechanism to identify the weight of the stone. And that is the reason they give a different answers, and that is the reason because of which we are getting too much of deviations. As I said earlier, we are doing audit appraising for the leading banks in India. Of course, here you can see our result wherein we identified 13,000 plus items as a low purity or a fake items, and there are lot many items which has got a deviation in the net weight calculation because of the stone weight, a wrong stone weight calculation which is done by the appraisers in their bank. So we try to standardize that, and that standardized process I'm going to teach you in this training program. Of course, you may ask me a question. So there are different types of stones are available. There are white stone, red stone, blue stone. How are we going to do it? Yes, we can do that using our simplified methodology. This methodology we've invented ourselves basically based on our experience, and that is what is called as a stone weight ready reckoner. Using that particular tool, I'm going to teach you how to identify or deduct the stone weight from the jewelry, through which we can derive the net weight of it very easily, and it will be standard. As we started this process 1.5 years before, even we had the same problem. Every appraiser or auditors from our division, when they go for appraising, they found different answers. The standardization was not done. So that is where we invented this particular methodology through which we standardize the process by using this stone weight ready reckoner, and we are going to see that in this. This is the second significant process which I am going to teach you in this training program. Of course, it is not only that, there are many other processes which we are going to see. One is about the acid testing, as I said. Second is the stone weight calculation, and we are also going to see the fake jewelry identification, how to do it, and the solder weight reduction, which is the very key point wherein like everybody should understand and everybody should learn. Shall we move on to the course now? Yes, it is good. But before moving to the course, I would like to insist a few points here. First thing, I would request all the participants to turn off their mobile. Don't keep it to switch on. I don't want anybody to keep that in silent mode or on condition. It should be only switched off, because there should not be any disturbance during this program. And second thing is, I need your proper attendance. I want every one of you to participate in this training program so that you can learn and you can do good in your process. And third thing is your concentration. As I said, this is a skill-based program. It requires your concentration at the max. Without that, definitely you cannot succeed. And fourth thing is, please don't disturb the co-participants. When you are clear about one subject, it is good. Let the others also learn that. Don't disturb them. And the last one is, if you have any questions, you can stop me and you can discuss with me only, not with the next participants. Shall we move on to the course?